4-4, you know the score. Maybe you hate the score. Maybe you love the score. Maybe you don't know what the score is. I'm going to talk to you about 4-4. Why? Because exactly 4 weeks ago, we dropped Scartip's tune, Amorphous. It's the second EP that we've released as a label. One More Thing as a label is a really, really new entity. Was a couple of releases before to VAs, but it's only this year where we've really kind of gone in on the EPs. We've got a release schedule now kind of going well into next year. Got some really, really exciting plans. I'm really excited about it. But I kind of started off with Scorpion a couple of months back at the start of the summer, and then Scartip's EP, What Have You Done, which landed on the 25th of September, but it all started off with Amorphous, which landed on the 18th of September, exactly 4 weeks to this day. Before I get to it, because I'm going to talk about 4-4 in a second, I just want to big up Scartip, because now we've moved into a new release. Now we've got Tia Kahoo's The Hunt coming out. I Made a Boo Boo came out on Monday. Lurker has been premiered on Inspected, and completely to my surprise as well, The Hunt was also played on Vision Radio. In fact, no, this goes out live an hour before Vision Radio does. So there we go. I'm recording this the day before, and we recorded Vision Radio also as well. So anyway, I'm really, really excited about the new release, but I see labels that will just promote a release and then that's it, they move on. And I've spoken to labels and they're like, oh no, it's a little, about support that I can offer, and they're like, oh, it's a bit too late, it's 2 weeks, we've just got a 2 week promo window. Fuck your promo windows. Music should last a lot longer than 2 weeks. Some people could be away for 2 weeks. Some people could be asleep for 2 weeks and not have heard the track or been offline or not been really on the ball or anything. I think good music should be promoted all of the time. So even though we've moved into another EP that we're promoting, with the whole idea of One More Thing is just a constant bombardment of cool shit coming your way. Yeah, your way. If you like this stuff, if you don't, then cool, this ain't for you. But that's the whole idea of it. So we'll still be banging on about Scartip's EP. I still want to find new homes for it and new ways to get that music out there into the world in any type of way. And I thought talking about Amorphous would be a good thing. To kind of wrap up this bit, we've got another really, really cool bit of editorial that's coming out pretty soon, next couple of weeks, regarding one of the tracks as well, so that's awesome as well. But yeah, 4-4, what do you call it? 4-4 D&B? Do you call it fast techno? Do you call it hardcore? Everybody has got a different name for it. Everybody's got their own opinion on it. A lot of people really D&B purists or breakbeat purists really, really hate it. I've seen all types of conversations. I've got involved in one or two of them as well. I don't know what I call it. I'm not too sure. I mean, if I play a lot of stuff around about that tempo, I'd never call myself a drum and bass DJ or anything. It's kind of rave, really, isn't it? It's hardcore. So just in case, you haven't quite hit, the Amorphous hasn't quite come your way, but you're watching this for some strange reason, which would be a bit weird, let me just play a little bit of Amorphous. The creepy little build-up bit. Bumping. Absolutely bumping. I love that. That is one of my favourite tunes this year. I've been playing it for well over a year. It seems to mix with absolutely everything. I might do a vlog one day of all of the different tunes that I've mixed with that tune so successfully. So that is a 4-4 tune. But we've released quite a few other Scartip tunes which have all been 4-4. And one or two aren't quite available yet, but there's a couple which you can download for free right now. Follow the links in the description if you like them. So the first one is the very first track of Scartip's that I ever released. It was on One More Tune Volume 1, which is a huge free download. It's 42 tracks on it, I think it was, which we released at the very, very end of 2022. Yeah, that's right. So this, and I've always loved the sample on this, so let's get this one going now. This one is called Shadow Catcher. And this is vibes, totally slept on. The one DJ who picked up on this, and I'll always be buzzing about this, is Killjoy. Killjoy played it on a stream and everything, Concord Dawn. Yeah. So thumbs up from Killjoy is a massive thing as far as I'm concerned. Now listen to that. Great sample, really, really nice sample. And here we go. Absolutely pumping. And again, you know, it's 170 BPM. It's a bit of a swig in it. A lot of people say that the rule is if it's got a breakbeat in it, if it switches to breakbeat, then it could be considered as D&B. I'm not saying it is D&B. Like, I've had huge discussions. This one promoter, he was talking to me when I was playing a gig in Manchester not so long ago. And he's like, what do you think of this then? What do you think? I think it's a travesty. I think it's a travesty. And he was really heartfelt about it. I felt his pain. So I argued with him that it was the best thing that happened to drum and bass in ages, because I could be trollish like that. But as we were talking, I was like, well, just don't call it drum and bass. Like, it's, you know, it's 4/4. It's like fast techno. It's whatever you want to call it. Like, pigeonholes are for pigeon shit, as they say. And he kind of smiled. He was like, right, so you don't think it's drum and bass? Like, no, I just like the music. Like, I don't care what it's called. And he completely changed his tone. Like, he was only pissed off at people who called it a certain thing. Like, loads of people call me a knobhead, but that doesn't make it different or better or anything like that. You can call anything. Like, it's up to you. It's completely subjective, really. Shouldn't change your opinion on it. Right, okay, so here we go. The next one now. Now this one isn't actually available yet. We have given it away on Patreon. We've given it away on Patreon, and that's the only place that you can get it at the moment. But again, it's Scartip. And I played you this before. I played you this on the bootlegs post that I did a little while ago. There's this Bomb the Bass, Bug Powder Dust, the La Funk Mob remix, which I had personally asked Scartip to remix because I love this lick. I've said this before in the video. I'm already repeating myself. Week 3 and I'm already repeating myself. Vibes. Absolute vibes. And here we go. Bumping 4/4s, who'd have thought it? Scartip, once again, like, this is why I'm releasing his music. Real curmudgeonly shit, right? And now on to, I got a couple more tunes to play you now, 3 more tunes to give you a little clip on. So this one is relevant. Again, it's Scartip. It's also Glitch Girl as well. It's Glitch Girl's Cost of Living, which we put a live video of her singing that at a night called Primal Alive in Liverpool, where all the proceeds went towards a Liverpool homeless charity. So that's up as well. I'll put the link in the description. My appreciation of Glitch Girl is up there with Scartip, really. Properly out there on the frontier doing something different. Like, yeah, very much a kindred spirit of mine. They both are. So to have them both together on a track, amazing. This came about as a result of the podcast as well that Scartip is a guest of, which is also a link in the description. A lot of Scartip output, a lot of Glitch Girl output. They're crew, they're part of our label roster, they're part of our family and our network, and they're breaking rules, and that's what we really like at One More Thing. So here we go. It's Cost of Living, and I'm going to bump it to about here. There's a bit of a kind of double meaning there, because it sounds like, well, Unrelenting. We gave that away on the day that the Tories came out of power. Unfortunately, I don't agree with the party who came into power, but still, the Tories being out is a good thing. So that's a free download straight up. Cost of Living, Glitch Girl, Scartip on the remix, 4/4. That is available down there. Link, just that you can download it just in return of your email and a little follow on SoundCloud. So please do. Now here's something I'm really keen. I was looking through my tracks. I was like, what else should I put in? This has been on a mix or two of mine. This is the only production which has NoDave attached to it. Scartip. Well, actually, right. So the full track title is called "Why Did Scartip and NoDave Ask Felix the Housecat for a Kickdrum?" Because it's a bit of a cheeky edit. So this one's a 160. I consider 160 stuff drum and bass worthy, so I will bump this up to 170, but I don't play my drum and bass at the right speed either. I tend to drop that down a little bit. Who cares? This is another 4/4 thing that will probably become available on One More Thing at one point, but we're not quite sure what we're doing with it yet. So this is myself and Scartip on a remix, a very cheeky remix of Felix the Housecat. So how's about that, right? 4/4, and that's all Scartip material. Sorry about that, strange sounds from the microphone stand. These are just little things that I'm buzzing to. These are things that I'm enthusiastic about. But the main thing I'm enthusiastic about right now is to say thank you to Scartip. I want to say thank you to everybody as well who supported it. Like, numbers aren't brilliant on Spotify or anything. I'm always crystal clear on that. But we've had like people like Marcel Detman playing the EP, Machine Woman, Radio Slave, DJ Craze, Aphrodite, like Hold Tight Dean at Dispersion. We had an awesome DJ promo campaign with that. So yeah, I can't recommend them enough to anybody who is looking to kind of branch out. Like, you know, we're well known within drum and bass, but to have people like, you know, kind of Machine Woman and Marcel Detman and Radio Slave especially, like, that was like a real wow. Okay, they are now aware of One More Thing in one way or another, and I need to make you aware of something. Tomorrow night we are premiering it, and we'll be giving it away and fanfaring it properly on Friday. This is Glitch Girl once again, this time with Igubu, an amazing artist, fascinating artist based in Norway. He speaks 5 languages. This one has been in my repertoire for a little while as well as a selector. This one's called Avalanche, and I did play you a little bit of this the other day on another vlog rather, I should say. But I'm going to play a little bit again, like, just because I can. And again, it's very much on a 4/4 tip. That's not 4/4. That's bassy as hell. It's techno inspired, and I just wanted to play it to you anyway. Yeah. Can I find the 4/4s? I'm just going to quickly skip into this bit. There you go. It's not as 4/4 as I remember it. It's bumping though. I mean, it's very, very techno inspired. Loosely 4/4. But again, what would you call it? What would you call it? Right. So there we go. We're going to leave that there. I'll leave it hanging. Really, really, really into that tune. That properly chops heads off. So if you want to get your paws on that, that's a free download. It's already available on Patreon right about now already. I've already told you about this tune. So that's coming out on, like, properly on Friday, really, kind of Thursday night, Friday. Obviously, we've got the Tia Kahoo EP, Scartip's EP still doing the business, and 4x4 tunes. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Cuss things in the comments. Share your favourites. Show love. Don't cuss things in the comments, actually. But unless there's a 4/4 tune that you hate, or you do hate it, you genuinely hate it, and you're one of those D&B purists, like, I love you for that as well, because we got to have purists to keep things, you know, certainly musically, like genre purists and beard strokers and people who take things too seriously are just as important as the people who break all of the rules. But I'm much more into rule breaking. Right, I think that's probably enough prattling on from me. This has been the One More Thing Daily. Big up the 4x4 lovers, big up Scartip, big up everybody. Like, subscribe, support. Peace.